Hello everyone, and welcome to Discount Benefit Solutions webinar on appropriate customer service. Customer interaction is one of the most important elements of your business since it directly ties in with customer satisfaction. If your customers or your cardholders aren't satisfied with you or FreeRxPlus, you're going to lose out on those commissions and potential claims. Good customer service also helps you to generate positive word-of-mouth referrals and helps your overall reputation. If somebody has been thrilled with the service that you've provided, whether that's answering questions or even just providing the card, they're going to pass it along to everybody that they possibly know, which in turn creates more cardholders for you. Excellent customer service includes, but of course is definitely not limited to, being respectful, following up when needed, genuinely caring, and exceeding individuals' expectations. Now, with FreeRxPlus, you're probably going to have three main ways that you are in touch with customers. It's going to be through the internet or email or social media, in person, and over the phone. Now, some of these methods may vary depending on your exact marketing effort. So, for example, if you primarily market on the internet, you might not ever speak to somebody on the phone. However, making sure that you're prepared for those situations and that you have the best customer service mind for each of those interactions, you'll be sure that you'll provide a good customer service experience overall. To start with email and social media, it's important to make an effort to reply quickly. Now, most social media networks and even email can be set up on your mobile phone or any other device to be alerted to you, or rather so that you can be alerted when something comes through. Now, you don't have to live in your phone or on your computer, but definitely try to set up alerts and check your email at least once or twice a day to make sure that you're getting back to those potential cardholders or your existing cardholders quickly. Be sure to always introduce yourself and explain how you're going to help. This can be done very simply through, "Hi, my name is Christina, and I'll be happy to explain to you how our program works." Or, "Hi, my name is Christina, and I'm sorry you're having trouble finding a participating pharmacy. Let me show you our online pricing tool." Things of that nature. Just a brief sentence stating your name and how you plan on to help is going to start the conversation off on the right foot. Always be sure to use spell check. You want to come off as professional as possible, but you don't have to be the best speller in the world. Use the tools at your disposal, such as a dictionary or thesaurus if you need to, and always spell check your messages before sending them off. Be sure to write with a positive tone. Now, this is very important, whether it be through email, social media, or even a text message. It is very easy to come across not as friendly or to even come across cold when you might not have that intention at all. Practice positive tone writing with friends and family or look up guides. There are several guides and tutorials available online for free that can help you to enhance your positive writing if you think that that might be an issue for you. Now, when you're writing down things via email, social media, or text, provide URL links if you're trying to direct your customer somewhere. It's much easier than saying, "Go here," and then click here, and then go there, and it makes everything easier for both you and them. It's much easier to say, "Oh, just go to this link," than guiding them from different web pages to the web page that they want to get to exactly. As far as talking with customers on the phone, this is kind of a good first impression here. The customer is going to be able to hear your voice, and they'll be able to really tell the tone that's in your voice to determine how much you actually care and how much you're actually invested in FreeRxPlus. Always answer with a friendly tone. If you're operating under a business name, introduce your name and your business name when picking up the phone. If not, you can answer the phone with a hello or, "Hi, how may I help you? My name's Christina," or something along those lines. Now, there's a big difference between answering with a friendly tone and then just answering the phone. For example, "Hi, thanks for calling FreeRxPlus. This is Christina. How can I help you?" That tends to be a little bit more friendly than, "Thanks for calling FreeRxPlus. This is Christina. How can I help you?" Things like that. Hushed tones, sped up. Make sure that you put a lot of emphasis in the positive words in your sentence, and make sure that you smile through the phone with your voice. Use phrases and positive words such as "happy to help" or "I can certainly help you." And then try other words such as "absolutely," "fantastic," or "surely." Once again, smile with your voice. If you're not quite for sure how you smile, or if you have kind of a monotone voice, try practicing. Most mobile phones have voice recorders, or you could even pick up a microphone for cheap to practice on your computer. And of course, you can always practice with friends and family, and they'll be best apt to give you tips and tricks just to be a little bit more cheerful on the phone. Be sure to never speak over anyone. Not only is it incredibly rude and frustrating to the person on the other end, but you're basically saying, what you're talking about is not important. What I'm speaking about is. And it will not please any customer. If you do accidentally overtalk somebody, be sure to apologize. That's going to happen sometimes, especially when you're on the phone and can't quite see when the person's going to take their next breath or their next word. Be sure to help those you're speaking with feel comfortable. If they tell you a long story, or if they just seem very exasperated with how medications are so expensive, be sure to let them know that you understand and that you deal with this on a daily basis, and this is why you're there. Make them realize that they are not alone, and you're going to do everything you can to help them. Don't just listen to a story or listen to their problem and then just move right along or blow them off. At least offer a few comments on what they just told you, because they obviously told you because they cared and they wanted you to understand where they were coming from. Now, in-person meetings may not be easier, but at least you can read body language. When you're meeting somebody in person, be sure to shake their hand and express sincerity in being able to discuss FreeRxPlus with them. Always have your card ready to hand over at the beginning of the conversation. This will give them something to look at while you're talking and help to piece things together. Be sure to offer your contact information to connect later if need be. Don't just hand them your card and run. If they have any questions, be sure to give them a phone number or an email address so they can connect with you to find out. Remember, it's your responsibility as an independent sales representative to make sure that your card holders know how to use FreeRxPlus and are using their card to generate you claims. Be sure to look individuals in the eyes when speaking. Don't be doing something else and just acting like they're not that important. Give them your undivided attention, even if it's just for a few moments, to explain what FreeRxPlus is and how you can help them. Now, in person, be sure not to overwhelm with too much information. Remember that you're in person, so they might not have a pen or a notebook handy to write down things. So be sure to offer to write down information when necessary. For example, your phone number, your contact information, or even your website address if it's not on your cards. Even though you're not just giving them a ton of information to overwhelm them right off the bat, make sure to let them know that they can contact you at any time if they have any additional questions. Now, there are some important things to remember no matter what medium you're speaking to with your customers. These rules are going to apply no matter if it's via phone, text message, or even in person. Always be polite. Use sir or ma'am or Mrs. or Mr. when possible and when appropriate. Always be sure to provide additional contact information. If this is in written form, you can provide just a little signature at the below of your message that gives email address, phone number, or however you prefer to be contacted. And of course, if it's over the phone or in person, you can simply present that information to the customer so they can write it down or save it. Always go above and beyond. If your customer isn't very tech savvy, perhaps set up a time to guide them through the online pricing tool. or guide them to the site and help them get the card text to their phone. Whatever you have to do to make sure that customer has the card in their hand and is ready to save with it. Be sure to do that. Not only will your customer appreciate it, once again, it goes back to being hand in hand with referring to other people to contact you and so forth. It just sets up a great reputation for both you and FreeRxPlus and why we are here and what we do. Be sure to give a copy of your card when needed or appropriate. Now, this may seem like a no-brainer, but you'll be surprised how easy it is to get talking about FreeRxPlus or even your discount benefit plans and then completely forget to give them a card or direct them to where they can get a card. Try to put this in the forefront of your mind and present it at the beginning of every conversation where you know that customer doesn't already have a card. Always focus on relevant information. Once again, don't overwhelm your customers with things that just aren't relevant and aren't going to help them with their problem at hand. Always speak with a smile. This can happen via text, via written message, on the phone, and most definitely in person. Always be happy to speak with that person, even if you're in a hurry. It doesn't hurt to let them know that you're in a hurry, but provide them with your information and let them know that you will get back to them as soon as possible or set up a time to reconnect later. There is never any reason to not have a smile on your face when interacting with a customer or a smile in your voice. Practice empathy. Genuinely put yourself in that person's shoes and understand why they are seeking a solution. And be sure to really let them know that you understand and that you're there to help. And then use your customer's name when possible. Sometimes when you connect with a customer, you might not know their name right away, but it's okay to ask and then just address them throughout the conversation. It helps add a personal touch to the conversation and also lets the customer know that you're taking the time to learn who they are and what they need. Thank you for joining us today as we discussed how to appropriately interact with customers via different mediums. Visit our website at www.freerxplus.com for further details on how you and those you know can receive savings.